So Mary May Rose, we'll let you have one. So good afternoon. I am elated to have an opportunity to just be before you today and to share with each of you, quite honestly, experiences I know that we face every day. On behalf of the 2024 graduating class of EDEP, I want to thank PHADA for just your continued investment in professionals and making sure that we are equipped to serve our communities, especially in these times, in these trying times. Also, quiet as it's kept, this is the best certification program that Public Housing Authority directors have because it's sponsored by Rutgers University. Many of you know that's an Ivy League school. And so that certificate we have, we're going to proudly display it and make sure that people know that we not only participated in a certification course, but we gained so much more from it. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my family, the Atlanta Housing Authority, and the members of our board that are here, as well as our team members. And thank you for your unwavering commitment to the work that we do each and every day, and quite honestly, for continuing to put up with me over these last 36 months. It has been the highlight of my professional career and trajectory, and I am so desperately looking forward to the next steps with Atlanta Housing. I had a chance, many of you know that I live in Atlanta now. Many of you may not know that I'm from Grambling, Louisiana. Grambling is a small town, North Louisiana, probably about 5,000 people or so, and the majority of that may be university students because it is a college town. And what I will tell you, I was blessed and fortunate enough to go home for Christmas. And as I was home for Christmas, visiting my mother, my dad has gone to glory. He went to glory in 2019. But as I was home for Christmas, I was going through photo albums, and my mom was sitting over in her recliner saying, "Baby, don't take my pictures," because they know I'll take pictures. When they're looking for pictures, I'll take them. And as I was going through the photo album, I ran across this one picture. And this one picture was the trailer that we lived in as a family from the time, my earliest memories when I was 3 years old to the time that I was 12 years old. And as I looked at that trailer, which sat on the property that we currently have, I remembered the memory that was so vibrant to me was myself, my brother and sister being in a room hovered around a heater, a gas heater, because it was cold. And the second memory was going to bed at night during the wintertime with extra blankets on my bed to make sure that I wasn't cold. In 1984, my mom was blessed to receive a mortgage loan from Rural Development, and at that time it was Farmers Home. And so she was able to become a homeowner in 1984 in the home that she still resides in now. But I share that story with you because it reminded me of the reason why I do this work. I do this work, we do this work so that children will not be cold. We do this work so that people don't have to worry about whether or not they have a safe place to stay, whether or not they have food to eat, whether or not kids have somewhere to lay their head. We want our children to be able to focus, quite honestly, on doing their schoolwork so that they can make it to the next level from an educational standpoint. And throughout my career, you know, I fell into housing, affordable housing, and throughout my career, I've been afforded a lot of opportunities to work with a lot of communities. But at the end of the day, it really hasn't been about providing housing. That's our tool, right? That's the vehicle. But it's really been about what do we do on an intentional basis to lift people up to a different level of economic trajectory. That's what it's about. And 36 months ago, I had an opportunity to travel over to the Housing Authority, and I thought the Housing Authority was a different world. Now I know it's a different world. and a different world in the sense that the people I'm talking about, Terri Lee, that I'm speaking about, on a daily basis, we have an opportunity to do something about it. We are on the front line of this affordable housing conversation in this country. The families that we serve, but for the work, but for the care, but for the heart that we have to make sure that they have a decent place to stay, would not have a place to stay. But for the encouragement that we provide to make sure that our residents know that there's a different way, there's a different track. We alone have a captive population that we see every day. And I just believe that the impact that we're making as professionals will one day lead to the next Terri Lee being on this stage, being able to tell her story as well. And the thing that makes me very, very happy, and quite honestly elated, is that you have an industry that really is a very close-knit industry. You know, I've worked in government for over 25, 26 years, and even working in government, I've never encountered the type of community we have in the public housing authority sector. At any given day, I can pick up the phone and call anyone for help. I can call Michael, I can call Tiffany, I can call Michelle, I can call Rodney, I can call Chris, I can call Larry. And that's not unique for me because you all can do the same thing. And EDEP really took that to the next level for us. Because we participated in the EDEP program, sure, we learned about the rules and regulations. We learned that HOPMA is coming. We learned that FAS is still real and that CMAP could keep us, from getting our full allocation. We learned all of that. But so much more were the relationships that were built, that are lifelong relationships that last beyond the time that we spend when we come to the PHADA conference. It's almost like a family reunion when we come, right? When you walk in if you're doing EDEP, you walk in on a Thursday night, and on Friday morning, you see your classmates. It is a family reunion. And then when Sunday comes, you have an opportunity to see so many more people. And you have an opportunity to remind each other why we are here. And we are here, we are empowered to make a difference. And if I could leave anything else with you, I would say, remember that the opportunity, the ministry that we have been entrusted with is to use housing as the bedrock to take our families to a different level of economic freedom. Thank you so much for your time.